wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Wow, 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 wow. You are welcome. You are welcome to At the Turning Point. This is so wonderful. It's nice to see everyone. I greet you wherever you are in the name of the Lord. You are blessed. You are welcome. I hope you had a wonderful week. It has been a glorious week for us. Oh, you are welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Can you please share? Let's share. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share. It's time to share. It's time to share. I'm trying to get to my Facebook so I can share with as many people as possible. Yes, yes, yes. Good evening. I want you to sit back. Yes, I want you to sit back and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Yes, I can see myself now. I want you to sit back and enjoy yourself. Get a cup of tea, invite someone. I want you, wherever you are, just get something that will make you comfortable because we're going to go on a new topic today. It's going to be a great topic. I want you to be part of it. You are welcome to At the Turning Point with my very self, Esther, tonight. And this is the first Friday in the month of December. We are now in December. I'm so happy. Please help me to share. I want to share right now. Please help me to share. Let people know that we're on. I'm sharing quickly now. One of the things with Facebook, you have to be on to share. You can't share without you being, live. So I'm just quickly, I'm the technician, I'm the media, I'm everything. So help me to share. You're welcome. Please help me to share. Throw party, throw party, throw party. Let people know that we're on tonight. I'm just quickly doing a quick um share as well. I'm trying to invite friends. Yes, please help me to share. I won't be able to um do what? I won't be able to throw party, other I will not see what I need to see. So please help me to share. Let people know that we're on right now. I hope you can hear me because I can see the network is a bit movie. I hope you can hear me very clearly. Yes, you are welcome. Today we are having a guest. I want you to quickly listen to this. I don't know what you have in plan for December. We are greeting everyone that they are celebrating the birthday from At the Turning Point team. We're saying happy birthday to you all, December gem. We are saying happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity. If you are celebrating one anniversary or the other or doing remembrance, we want to greet you. We want to say that the Lord will continue to be with you. This greeting is coming from At the Turning Point team. And I want to say to you that this December, make it a different one. We know we are going to do the Christmas. This Christmas is a new one. It's not like the one we've seen before. And I want to encourage you to make most of it because it's going to be great. Let me quickly switch on my Instagram. Yeah, sorry about that, Instagram people. I always delay Instagram because it locks you out after 1 hour. So and hopefully we will be in tonight. I want to welcome all our Instagram. We are on now. If you are Instagram fan, you can join us. Well, thank you very much for supporting the At the Turning Point. I just want to ask you, I don't know the plan you have for Christmas. I don't know. This is the current issue. Is Christmas, Christmas, Christmas in the heart of everyone now. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Yes. So how do you intend to render help to the needy? I want you to have this at the back of your mind. Let this Christmas be a unique one that you'll be able to share with people that are in need. Please, can people give us suggestion? Give us suggestion. Thank you very much. Yeah, we can see Mommy Christian Ayade is on with us tonight. Aderinto Michael is on with us tonight. Yes, Christy Kyo is on with us tonight. I don't know whether I pronounce that, Sister Christiana. I know it's you. Please help me to share. Help me to share. Help me to share. Let people know that we're on. Thank you. Help me to share so people can see that we're on. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can see Miss Mary Otugele. Thank you for last week and week before. We really had a lovely time with you. Yes, Can we just give suggestion of how people can render help in this Christmas? What do you have in plan? Do you have the plan to help somebody this weekend? How can you share your Christmas with someone to make them happy? Yes, let's share some tips to help people. What ideas of things they can share that will benefit the gift? It doesn't matter how small the gift is. Let's reach out to neighbor this Christmas. You know what? I'm looking forward to the Christmas. It's going to be a new normal Christmas. And we really need to understand that. Thank you, Sherry, for joining tonight. Thank you, Mommy Ayade on Instagram. We are on YouTube as well tonight. I hope it works. Yes, thank you very much. Our topic tonight, moving on, we are exploring ranklements. And that's another word for that is resentment. And we are exploring, looking into this exactly. And also, we want to dive into how to deal with criticism. Is it a dysfunctional act? Is it a dysfunctional attitude? Is it something that's um is right or wrong? Is it on the negative side when we talk about criticism? So tonight we have a gift, a guest with us. I'm going to bring her in shortly. Yes, let me just quickly make this quick announcement. And we're going to have our line open. Our line will be open. The number will go on the screen. You can call us on that number. The first two sets of people that we call in with a scenario, maybe your experience, you can be anonymous about it, that will cause a turn point in somebody's life tonight. The first two people is going to get a Christmas gift giveaway. The first two people that will come with a scenario or answer a question or give us addition or contribution into the topic. Is criticism a dysfunctional act? And also we're looking at and exploring ranklement, and that is rankle. I will just quickly make the definition. I'm not going to go into the theory tonight because I will be practical about it. So the first two people that will call and give us a scenario or give us contribution or answer any of the scenario question or contributed in what we're doing, we get a giveaway gift. And the first two people that we get pre-Christmas giveaway is first two people that contributed most. That you type in, we will check your comments, you comment most. The most ones that comment, the first two people that comment most on tonight's program is going to get a pre-Christmas gift, and it's going to be a wonderful Christmas giveaway. What does the word rankle mean to us? Rankle means the word attitude or action or behavior that can cause anger. Rankle, it means a word being spoken or attitude in form of an action or a behavior that we exhibited at a particular point in time that caused other person to get angry, irritated, and go into deep bitterness or resentment. It is a step further from upsetting someone. So when we talk about, oh, you just upset me, right? The word that is next afterward goes beyond being upset. That means you have said a word, you have behaved in a manner and a way that caused someone to get angry, and you have caused resentment. They've been bittered about it. It caused them irritation. And it is an indisciplinary exploration of emotion. So at times I noticed when I was going through this that pranks can lead to resentment, rancor. So another word, if you don't want to mention rancor, is resentment, being angry at what someone has said. So when we combine these to criticism, that is when it's now become a big issue. And tonight we're going to be exploring that. I'm not going to give us theory like I said before. I want us to explore it together. I want you to give us your own definition of what you think ranklement means to you. What it means to you, your own something that can cause anger. That is, yeah, Kofo, thank you very much for joining. Yes, Agbemi, thank you very much for joining. Yes, please give us your definition. You are very right. You are very right. Yes, thank you, PFM Ofori. Oh, thank you for joining, Prophet. Yeah. Oh, bless you, bless you. Thank you, thank you. So, exploring ranklement, and this is like two topics together. We're going to look into criticism. Is it a dysfunctional act? Is it a dysfunctional attitude? And I'm going to allow our guests to shed more light. I really need your help tonight. I want people to call in tonight. I'm still waiting for us to give us a quick definition of what ranklement means to you. When there is resentment with people, and I've always said to you, when it comes to criticism, when it comes to rankle, it is something that affects everyone, no matter what your color, your ethnicity, your race, your accent. It doesn't matter what your religion is, it affects everyone, or your age. It affects everyone everywhere. And this topic, it has caused so much damage. This word to criticize people. Some critics, they are so perfect in doing it that you wouldn't even know that they are actually criticizing you. Is it a bad thing or a good thing? We're going to be inviting our guests tonight to shed more light, and also I want you to say your opinion. Yes, simply Ellie Babe, thank you for joining. Yeah, Lushibab, thank you for joining tonight on Instagram. Please help me to share. Please, we need to share on Facebook as well. Please help me to share as you are joining. Let people know that we're on. Let me know if you can hear us. What is your own definition of ranklement? What is your own definition? What does it mean to you? Does it make any, sense to you? How do you, and if people, I believe it has to do, most of the topic we do here has to do with our mind. Yes, so I really want us to look into it tonight. I really want us to have a turning point. If anyone has been criticized and it has caused a resentment in you, you have been rankled against people all day long. You have been upset. You have been angry. You have what is it? Have bitterness towards someone. Bitterness. When you see them, there is this kind of hormones that secreted through you because of what they've said or what they've done. How do you handle it? How do you stop this thing getting into your emotion and causing a serious trigger that can even harm you? Tonight we're going to discuss it. I need more definition. It means bitter indignation at having been treated unfairly. Wow. Ofoworola is on point tonight. It means better indignation. In fact, she's going for a gift. The first two people that will give us, that will contribute most, we get a pre-Christmas giveaway tonight. And the first two people that will call in, please, Sister Christiana, put our phone number on. Yes, Sister Koforo, let me put the number on. Let me call the number. I will let you know when you call in. If you are calling from UK, it's +44 730 933 0100. +44 730 933 0100. If you're calling from outside UK, +234 8039 158 779. +234 8039 158 779. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Bola, for typing that. So, what does the word ranklement means to you? What does it mean to you? People on Facebook, I can't feel you tonight. Help me to invite people, let them know that we're on. Yes, yes, I can't feel you tonight. People on Facebook, yes, please. Yeah, call the above number. I'm going to call in our guest now so that she can join us from beginning. I'm not going to say a lot. I want us to contribute. I want us to come up with a point that will cause a turning point in somebody's life tonight, that when they hear your comment, when they hear your phone call, when they see your comment, that will touch their heart and their mind, and there will be a great turning point tonight. Yes, I'm going to call in. I don't want to on and on. I want to call in our guest tonight. Her name is Miss Bola Wusu, a woman with a great experience in this topic that we're talking, a woman of influence. She's the CEO of Desire Financial Company in UK, a psalmist and a God-fearing woman, a mother and a wife. Please help me welcome my wonderful guest, Miss Bola Wusu. You are welcome. You are welcome to At the Turning Point tonight. You are welcome. You are most welcome.
Thank you for
Yes, we are
having
just
me.
trying to wait for the to load you. We're waiting for internet to load you. Yes. Oh, you are really welcome tonight. So we're
Thank
talking
you for
about
having me.
this ranklement. What is it? What is it? What is ranklement? What does it mean to us? I've not seen people, they're not contributing tonight. I want people to contribute. You are welcome, Miss Bola. Yes, the
Thank
internet
you.
are you are on now. You are very much welcome. Please greet all our viewers tonight. Greet them, welcome
Hi,
them. You're welcome.
everyone. It's nice to be with you tonight. It's nice to serve you.
You're very welcome. So, as we have been saying, we talk about exploring ranklement. What does it mean? I need people to help us tonight. Tosin from
Mhm.
Germany, please help me tonight. What does it mean to you when we say someone is being resented, when there is resentment in a relationship? It could be within husband and wife, it could be within
Mhm.
friends, it could be within brothers and sisters, it could be within father and mother, it could be with your colleague at work. What does it mean to you, Miss Bola? How do you feel ranclement or resentment? Over
Thanks
to
for
you.
having me once again. Ranklement to me is a feeling or expression of irritation, and it's also an resentment about something or about someone. Um, and to me, it is considered unfair criticism. It's really a resentment against someone. It could be against your partner, it could be against your colleague, it could be against anyone. I mean, you just feel that negativity towards them, which is highly unfair, and it leads to criticism.
Wow. Wow, that is serious. Somebody is just giving. I don't know whether you can see Miss Bola. Yes, Mommy Motolani Akiola, thank you for joining tonight. She said rancament is also known as bitterness, a mixture of
Mm.
disappointment, anger, and fear. Wow, that is
Yes.
huge. Hello, ma. You
Mm.
are welcome. Yes, hello, ma. Yeah, thank you, thank you. They are welcoming you. Yes, so
Mm.
your views are valuable. Thank you. Criticism is disruptive to relationship when it is about personality or character rather than
Mm.
behavior. Filled with blame and belittling. That is Miss Christina. You are there. Wow, that is very strong. That is very strong. Criticism is destructive to relationship when it is about personality or character rather than behavior. I will just quickly throw in a scenario which I got. I received this scenario. It's like question and a scenario at the same time. I want you to look into it and being able to see from the content of ranklement and criticism. What will you
Mm.
say to this? How do you manage this? Yeah, I want you to clarify. This is at the turning point. There was a man, I won't, for protection's sake, I won't mention the name. I will just address these two people as Mr. A and Mr. B. A man, Mr. A, is a friend with his cousin. He is a friend to his cousin. He has a cousin and they are good friends. So the name of cousin is Mr. B. But they've been for a long time since when they were young. All of a sudden, Mr. B, who is little bit younger than Mr. A started getting the right connection that actually caused him to own many houses. He had twins twice, two boys and two girls. His business, his businesses started expanding and extending to other nations from Nigeria to Ghana to South Africa. So for a while, Mr. A had serious issue with his marriage and he had to go and live with Mr. B in South Africa. But Mr. A seems to like what Mr. B has, but even at that, still helping Mr. B. So Mr. A started working, moved with Mr. B in South Africa, migrated from Nigeria and moved with his cousin. They happen to be best friends. So that, but Mr. B, for some reason, started prospering so much, accumulating so much wealth and doing well. So Mr. A joined. What happened was that after 8 months that they have been living together, because bear in mind that Mr. has a family, Mr. A started picking on Mr. Bishop faults. He started passing negative comments about his work. He will go in between the families and say what Mr. B did not say to each family member. There is nothing Mr. B does that is good in Mr. A's eyes. He started pulling down Mr. B. Mr. A started pulling down Mr. B and started pulling down his business and started affecting his business. He would talk to his worker. He would do all sorts of things. What do you have to say to Mr. B? And what will you suggest to Mr. A in this situation? And anyone going through this situation, what will you advise them? We're talking about ranking. Welcome to the turning point. Thank you for joining. Yes, Yemitayo, thank you for joining. Adeola, thank you for joining. This question to you, ma. Yeah, we have our guest in the house. What will you say to Mr. B? And what will you say to Mr. A? We're talking about ranklement and is criticism a dysfunctional art? I want to hear your view. What is your own definition? Welcome, Mommy Oloruntele. Thank you. Welcome, Mommy Otsuyele. Good evening, ma. Welcome, welcome. Please, I want your own point. Welcome, Frayola. I want your own view on this. So I've just given a scenario where there has been a bit of ranklement and criticism and resentment. But in this scenario, what would somebody do? Yes, over to you, our guest. Please, everybody, give your comment as well. Give your comment as well. I'm about to be logging in comments. Yes, over to you, guest.
I believe that Mr. P, Mr. B, Mr. A, that has come from Nigeria all over to South Africa is working on has an ego issue because he is older than Mr. P. So he has an ego issue. So because of his ego issue, he tends to resent Mr. P, who is doing well. So instead of him to use that opportunity to find out from Mr. P how he too can succeed, how he has been able to make it up to this to where he is. Rather, he resents him. He's criticizing him. So he also criticizes his behavior. So I believe in this case, what Mr. P should do is to kind of relax, speak with Mr. B on this issue. Something that they need to kind of talk together. I mean, come to sort of a compromise. Find out why Mr. B A is doing what he's doing, why he's so resentful of him. So Mr. A It could be as a result of what he's been through when he was young. He might have a complex issue. He may have had he may have been abused. He may have had when he was young, he may have been bullied. So he has low self-esteem. So in doing that, he tries to criticize what anybody else does. And also he has this issue of age. He may have been using the issue of age to pull down, to criticize Mr. P on what he's doing. So rather than him to ask more information, to find out how he too can make it in life, how he can get to where he is. So he's using his criticism and his resentment to pull him down.
Oh, thank you very much for that contribution. Please, I need your contribution. Somebody has just given us some nice information as well. Thank you for that. So that brings me to this question, that is it a dysfunctional heart? I want people to call in now. You can call in now and contribute. You can give us your own scenario. Mommy Motolani said yes. Okay, let me just quickly pick this call then. Yes. Hello, caller. You are calling on to at the turning point. Thank you for calling tonight. What is your name? Hello, caller. Hello. 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 Yes.
Hi. Good evening. Well, in regards to Mr. A and B, what I would say is that sometimes. Hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes, in regards to Mr. A and B, sometimes you have to cut some people out of your life because there's not all the time that you can sit down, because some people, no matter what you say to them, and before that criticism and before that dysfunctionality comes in, it's best for you to just cut ties to that person. Because if you've spoken to the person and they're still not, because jealousy is envious, and from what the scenario sounds like, this is a very envious person, and they could even go to the extent of hurting Mr. A. So for me, I'll just cut the person out of my life and move on and continue what I'm doing.
Wow, that is a big point. Thank you very much, caller, for calling in tonight. Yes, so the first caller is going to get the gift. First gift is going out to the first caller. Please make note of that for me, Sister Christiana. Yes, she said, do you agree with what she said that you cut down? This brings us to that question. Is criticism a dysfunctional attitude? Looking at Mr. A and B scenario, we don't know what is happening. I don't know what has transpired between Mr. A and B, because we had Mr. A's side. We didn't know what was going on now or what has transpired between Mr. B. Maybe he is rude to him. I don't know what could have caused the resentment, but I just quickly want to read what Miss Kofo said here. Yes, I don't want to miss that. Oh, there's another caller. Thank you for calling in tonight. Yes, caller, you are welcome to At the Turning Point. What's your name? Hello? Hello, caller. We can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, yes, thank you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. God bless you. What's your name?
My name is Koforola.
Thank you.
What I'm just going to say about Mr. A and B, that the scenario is very simple, man.
Okay.
For Mr. A, we can't blame anyone for your upbringing. You shouldn't bring down your upbringing or what you actually faced while you were young on other people. It's not acceptable. And we cannot hide under the fact that, okay, yeah, we'll speak to each other. I expect Mr. B to sit down with him, maybe once or twice. But some people, like the lady said, when they are envious, they can go extreme. They can do and undo. For you to be able to spoil people and say bad things about them because you're jealous. So you can as well just try and kill that person. From jealousy to envy, it can kill. So I would say, Mr. B, if you've spoken with him and is not ready to change or anything like that, just flee. It is not by force. Just exit the friendship and just do your own thing.
Wow.
So that's my own intake about Mr. A and Mr. B's situation.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is so key. This is on point. So we've got the second caller now. The two gifts is going to the first and second caller, Sister Christiana and Sister Kofo. Please jot it down for me so that we can send their Christmas gift. This is so key. I hope we're learning tonight. Yes, Mama Tolani said criticism can be bad and cause harm and destruction, and it can be good for the purpose of correction and adjustment. So she is standing on defense now, saying that it's either can be good or bad. What do you have to say, our guest tonight, that we've had all the caller that saying that people should flee from any dysfunctional art if it is a bad one? Because I believe there is constructive criticism. There is a bad one, but I will leave the rest to you. It depends on how you see your own as well.
Yes, like people have actually commented that criticism could be either positive and it could be either negative. And I will talk about, before I go into the answer to the question if it's a dysfunctional act or not, I will say just rightly like one of the commenters, what they commented there, I would say as well that in the issue of parting with their cousin, with Mr. A, I would say that they should kind of try and establish them. Maybe if, for example, if Mr. A does not have a house or does not have any property, try and make them comfortable. Maybe buy a house or rent accommodation from them. So that you are separated from the critics, because when you keep getting criticism, it can harm you. It can demoralize one's emotion. So separation from a critic is important. Now, coming back to my to the question, is a dysfunctional act? Is it a dysfunctional act? I would say yes, and I would say no. But I would talk about positive first, because when you get a criticism, when you get a positive criticism, it is for your own good. It is to draw attention to any area that needs improvement. It is to assess how you work. For example, in the area of a book, if you're writing a book, you get someone to critique your book. That means telling you where you need to improve, where you need to tone down. And the same thing we have, for example, in movies, we have critics. When they watch the movie, they criticize the movie in a good way, telling the producer what they needed to do more, where there is film, where there are some issues with the film, where there's some mistakes, film mistakes, they call it, where there are film mistakes. So criticism is actually good in a way. It provides a better orientation of frame of reference for one's behavior. To have a positive criticism is helpful, and also to have a positive criticism is to help you develop an idea, the idea you have already, and to help you to improve on the idea. For example, also criticism, for example, the government of UK, they have been under loads of criticism just because of the COVID-19, how they handled COVID-19. So this criticism, sometimes it is bad, sometimes it is good. And in the good sense of it, is helping them to improve on what they need to do. For an example is this tier. They put one part
please,
in the.
our guests, just help me to hold
Okay.
it a bit. Somebody is calling. Welcome to At the Turning Point. Who is calling? Mention your name. You're welcome.
My name is Mudupe.
Thank you, ma. You're welcome, ma.
Quickly, I know what the guest speaker is talking about. Criticism is good, but it has to be constructive criticism, because there's criticism that you can give. Just like with adults, you cannot be criticizing me all the time, because when you criticize somebody too much in a negative way, that can break the person to the point of them being low self-esteem, to them going suicidal. So there has to be, when you're talking about criticism, it has to be constructive. So there's a way that you give criticism for somebody to understand what you're saying and take it on board. You cannot just be criticizing people all the time and expect them to understand the kind of criticism you're giving them. So when we're speaking about criticism, if you get them, please explain what it is and how do you give constructive criticism.
Wow, thank you very much. Yeah, I think that is where we are heading to now. You're very right. And that is where I think the guest speaker started from the positive side, because from what she has said, I see that if there is no bitterness, if it is not hurting you, if it is not a bad, words, then if it is not being influenced, if you are trying to criticize something, if it is not being originated from, bad motive, then it will be a constructive one. That is where the turning point is tonight. Tonight, in any way we want to pass a word, a comment, from my own definition, the definition of criticism for me is to express disapproval or a literal analysis of something by taking a detailed look at the pros, cons, and merits. And so, therefore, to me, because criticism is another word for it is scrutiny, that like you're trying to, get to the bottom of something, you are trying to make an expression, you are trying to make a point, you are trying to show someone, thank you, caller, you are trying to show someone something. And then if it is not from envy, like the scenario that we've just discussed, now if it is not from envy, rationale, it doesn't come from jealousy. Koforala puts here that you can smell envious people from things they do. You can smell, when someone has resented what you are doing in a bad way by the reason of the comments, the word, what they put together. And I think that's where our guest is going. But she is talking at the moment, about the positive one and using the government of UK to say. So thank you, caller, for that. That is very important, because we're still going to the damaged that this ranklement or criticism can do. It can kill. Yeah, we welcome Ebenezer Akiwusi. That's my darling. What regards as criticism is not most of the time. Please, if you can read some comments, if you can see some comments, Miss Bola as well, you can help to read as well if you are on Instagram. So what regard as criticism, this is what Ebenezer Sheun said, my husband, is not most of the time. Understanding how the other person communicates is important. That is one key. The other person also need not always talk when the other person has just completed a task. So that means that you don't have to talk. One thing is the way people communicate, maybe at work, your relationship, your partner, maybe brothers and sisters, maybe your relationship with your parents, maybe in the ministry, it could be anywhere, and it affects everyone. Look at the communication, understand, put yourself in the position of that person. If you're going to talk down on someone, if you're going to pull someone down, if you want to correct them, and you're pulling them down. Like what our guest said, we see how we shred the government into pieces because of what they're doing, because we want to pass comment that they're not doing it well. And if they don't do it at all, why are they not doing it? And we see how, you know, some people will come, some people, they are professors in, you know, critics professor. They will scrutinize everything that goes on. And in most cases, it depends on the eyes in which you used to see someone. I need to see more of our comment. Thank you for joining everyone tonight. Please help me to share on Facebook. You are not sharing tonight. We need to have more people. So I just want to quickly complete what Mr. Benisa said. He says, so when other person has just completed a task, we don't need to talk straight away. We need to just see where that person is coming from. Although people who continuously, you know, criticize sometimes believe that they are perfect and every other person cannot do better. Yeah, that's another point. You see, at times, you know, what he said, I agree with it and I disagree a bit, because at times when people are on other side, I remember I was in the car with my friend. I was in the car with my friend and my partner. We were driving. They are both drivers, and I'm driver as well. And so both of them are, you know, when you have a driver, a good one at that, as a passenger, you know, they will be driving with you. So all of a sudden it's like, okay, turn to the right. Can't you see that hill? You climbing on it. Then I decided to be quiet, because I've had it at the back of my hand that I'm in trouble today because I'm carrying two drivers as a passenger, and I know that three of us is going to drive. So they are trying to, although they are correcting me, they are passing comments to me. They are passing it from good heart, because that's what they do as well. But to me at that time, you know, I'm not, they are, to me, they appear to me as if they are trying to tell me that they are perfect in driving more than me. I don't know whether anyone can agree with me. And to me, all of a sudden, it's a criticism, but it's not supposed to be a bad one. They are trying to point something to me. But at that time, it appeared to me that they are proving to me that they are perfect more than me. And so that's why I said what Mr. Benisa said can go two ways. Some people that are giving you these words, if they give it to you in good heart, then I don't see that person saying to me that they are perfect, even though we might think so. But it doesn't necessarily mean that person might be doing it for a genuine heart. And we need to know, Miss Christina Yade said, when it's a good criticism, it is a form of communication feedback, helps makes your product stronger. That's it. It forces you to think about how you work. You are very right, man. And I like that comment, because that's what I'm just saying. So I always want us to see, whenever we want to encourage somebody, we want to give somebody feedback, we want to talk. I am 100% guilty of this. The ranklement. So I'm not picking the topic because I'm innocent. I am master in it. You know, like you do it unknowingly. And tonight we want to bring our consciousness to it, that it can harm people, it can hurt people. I have a friend that will call me back and say, you know, the way you talk to me, I don't like it. We might be joking. I said, but I was only just joking. Say, okay, if it's joke, it's not to me, I'm sorry. But, you know, I don't like it. And that's it. And so we need to understand each other, like what, you know, Mr. Sheon said. Thank you, Mommy Mutalani, tonight. Criticism should be constructive and with good intention. Otherwise, it can destroy other person. Yes, like what that Samodupe said, that yes, it can cause someone low self-esteem. Over to you as speaker again. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for having me once again. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier on, criticism, all the positive criticism is actually constructive. It's actually constructive. So therefore, it is to help to help that person in whatever they are doing, is to build them, to build their morale, to build their confidence. So everything positive is actually constructive criticism.
Wow. Taye Kotun, thank you. Dr. Martins, thank you for joining. Yes, I want to hear your comment, Dr. Martin. I want to hear your comment, Taye Kotun. I want to hear your comment on Instagram, please, on criticism. What will you say to us that can cause turning point tonight? Our guest is talking. Please help me to share on Facebook. Mama, help me to share. Please help me to share. Let people know. Beam CD, thank you for joining tonight. Yes, I want to see more comment. What do you think? What should people do, to handle situation where they are always finding themselves as a victim? Our guest speaker, what will you say to that? So you said to us that it's a dysfunctional art, yes and no, and you're about to go to no part now. So to me, I will let you go to no part before I pick my own view. Yes, over to you.
So to the negative part, to the no part, I believe that is negative criticism.
Yeah.
And it is to pull down, to judge, to give bad quality about someone, to assess and to evaluate someone negatively.
Wow.
And it's also to judge them, to analyze them. It's like you see someone because you resent them. Because it goes with the ranklement, because you resent them, you analyze them, you see how they are, and then you analyze them, and you criticize them. No matter what they do, no matter how good they are, you try to find something to criticize them.
Wow.
It's really it's really harmful.
Can I just quickly chip in? Do you know what you said now? It's tough word that you just said, and it happens in husband and wife, because I have a scenario that is similar to that era. But what I want to say is that, is it possible, from what you just said now, can people just see you by your looks, by the way you dress, and they just judge and just start criticizing you for your dressing? Like, some people now will be wondering, why do I dress as if I'm going to wedding tonight? And they will start criticizing me for that. Why is she wearing red? But it's Christmas time. I have my reason for wearing red. But I see people can just look at you. They've not even had any dealing with you. Like, the point that you're saying now is very key tonight. And I want us to know that this is at the turning point. We need to take a 360-degree turnaround. Seeing people that you've never had any dealing with, and you just develop this resentment, this hatred, and you pass words. I know this goes along among youth. It goes along among elderly, whether you are Christian or not, even at work. How do you handle it? How do you manage it? Because to me, I think we do a lot of the negative side more than the positive side. And tonight is our turning point.
Yes, it seems as though people always talk about the negative side rather than the positive side. The positive side is as good as is good as well. However, look, most of the time it seems as though people's feeling is always, when they hear criticism, they never think of anything else. They think about the positive and the negative side. And there are different kinds of criticisms. There is scientific criticisms, there is moral criticism, there is positive criticism. There are loads of criticism that I even wrote down somewhere. There are loads of criticism, even health criticism. So and most of these things are positive. So it's just a little of it that is negative, and it depends on how you yourself pick it. They can criticize you, your approach, and how and the edge that you and how you take it, how you take the criticism. It could be a positive, it could be a negative. And in this in the scenario of being of a negative criticism, it's someone, like you have just asked that question, that when you dress up, somebody who has not seen you before now criticizes you. Again, like I said earlier on, it boils down to one's pride, one's ego, when one feel they are up there, when one feel that they know better than the other, when they feel that they can dress well better than the other. So they don't see any good in the way the other person is dressing. They don't see any in the way the other person is purporting themselves, in the way they are talking. They believe that everything they're saying is trash, is, sorry for
Wow.
that language. They believe everything they're saying is not right.
Wow.
So it's and when you criticize people, you harm them. You harm them. You
Yeah, like
hurt
one
them.
of the callers said that it can cause low self-esteem, is
Yes.
damaging, because I put here some of the results, some of the effects. It can make that person have a dysfunctional, mindset as well. They might end up being a critics as well. They will see
Mm,
other and charge at them. They
mm,
pick people and hate people for no reason. And all
mm,
these things tonight, we really need to think about it. There are ways that you can keep the flow of criticism under control with rules. You need to guide yourself with rules, and that's one of the key tonight. You need to guide
mm.
yourself with rules. There are rules. Mommy Motolani made mention of. Let me read some comments here. Thank you for joining, Mommy Akisoya. Atiduka, please help me to share. Let people know we're on. Let people know, yeah. Thank you, Instagram people. Yeah, Lush Bab said jealous can lead to people criticizing others to make them feel bitter.
Mm.
Yeah, they can make people purposely do it at times. And do you really care whether they say it at your back or your front, or do they say it to your face? What do you take when people tell you that somebody said this about you? How do you take it in? This is what Mommy Motolani said. Also depend on type of person receiving it. It takes maturity and experience to handle the situation. See it as a period of reflection, an opportunity to work on yourself and your mistake. And it is very important for us to know how to undo it. We are moving on now to how to undo it because of our time. I know this is a wide topic and we really need to deal with the resentment. A lot of us, we are on the side that we have a lot of people in our mind that have become a victim. This thing are inside. Mommy Christine said, always let the person know how you feel and stop them. This is one of the way to handle and manage it. One of the major key, and I have it down as well. Yeah, because I'm going to let our guest to move on to how to undo this thing. She will chip in as well. I want to read Modolapo. Thank you for joining. Ajini Dowu. Constructive criticism is healthy for growth and development. This is a valued tool used by professional and organizations during employee appraisal to evaluate their performances to enhance meeting targetable objectives, goals, measuring strength, weakness, and treats area. That's true. I agree with you. That is a constructive one. Some are bullies, sell Christians, and take joy in bringing others down. And tonight we must, because that's what I've just said, that some people, they've got victim, like thousands of people in their prison of criticism. They just criticize them. People that have almost thousand, nobody does anything good. Is it because we feel that we are best, or we are better, or is it just this kind of mindset that the eyes that you use to see people is the eyes of a critics? And we really need to check, is it a positive one or a negative one? Are we doing it to cause bitterness in that person's life? And this happen in relationship a lot, very deep. Yes, Miss Kofo said, even it is coming from your partner, if it is not positive or constructive one, even it is coming from, yeah, Mrs. Christine said that some people feel more knowledgeable and superior no matter what you do, either good or bad. Some people will criticize. Please move on. So that is one of the tips for us. Either it's coming from your husband, your anybody, your spouse, your children, yourself, we need to know how to handle this thing. Let them know it can cause low self-esteem. That's true. That's true. Miss Christine said that we should know that it can cause self-esteem. And so how do we handle it tonight? I thank you. The line is still open. You can call to make your comment as well. We will, all comments is going to be valuable tonight. Snap off it is one of the ways that I say you can handle it. You really need to mature to that. You cool down. You use your positive eyes to view it. Reflect on why you couldn't handle it, in a moment. You need to look at it that, okay, this comment is coming to me. I'm not able to manage, and it's causing me a low mood, and it's changing my mood, it's changing my body chemistry, it's upsetting me. I can't even sleep on it. It's really upsetting me. Miss Christine said to us that we need to address it. If it is possible, to call the person. And Miss Bola has also said that as well. I have a scenario here which we will use to round up, because I will quickly mention things that we can do, as I'll allow our guests as well to say one or two things to advise us. Let me quickly look for the second scenario. It is a wonderful. There was a man who will okay, I see here. There was a man that bugged the whole house, and his wife's car, because he thinks that the wife is doing something behind him. He bugged it. When you put a microphone or recording device in your house for your husband or for your wife, for your friend, for your sister or brother in the car. This man happened to put one in the wife's car and in the house to bug to see the activities that goes behind him. After some time, the man realized that the wife is always criticizing him for everything in front of the children and on the phone with her friend. But it was a damaging criticism. It wasn't a good one. But the wife will praise the husband to his face. What was the dysfunctioning act that can damage the family and relationship and the health of the family? What will be your suggestion to the family that is experiencing this issue? How do you manage such a situation? Over to you, our guests. Please, if you want to call in as well to give us advice on that, less than 10 minutes to go, please send comments. Okay, thank you. We should learn to take it and adjust if it is a positive criticism. Wow, that will cause a turning point in us tonight. We should learn to know, to mature, to be able to take constructive criticism. And also, please, if you want to pass a word or comment or show someone, I've seen even at work that some managers, if you are a manager, please don't do negative appraisal. It will make that person feel better. The approach in which we do all these things, either receive it or say it or give that critic, matters. The approach is the key here tonight, and we really need to check it inside of us. So what will you say to this family that the husband? Over to you, our guest.
Thank you. I would say to the husband to actually listen, to hear the criticism that the wife is saying, because there are two sides to a story. You might not know that what you're doing is hurting the other person. So you need to hear the other person's criticism and use it positively. You can bring out positive things out of it. So maybe it's something that you are doing that is not right. And obviously by her pointing that out, it opens your eyes to changing, to do the right thing. And then also assume it's a good intention. She has a good intention. That is why she's criticizing you. I'm not saying it could be bad, but in this case, I'm saying it is a good intention, and that you can actually.
To me, she's saying all what she's saying at the back of the husband. When the husband is there, she will sing the husband praises. But at the back, the husband thought the wife was cheating on her. Somebody is calling in. Thank you for calling. This is at the turning point. Yes, what's your name? Welcome. Hello. Yes, please. Oh, hold on 1 minute. I'm trying to put you on speaker. Yes, please. Carry on.
Yeah. Right. So, quickly, the man has bugged the house, which means there's a trust issue there straight away. Because why would you bug the house or the car to hear what your wife has to say against you? So the first thing is they need to address what has gone wrong in their relationship, in their marriage, for it to have got to that point that you feel you cannot talk to your wife or your husband, that you've now gone to bug the car, to bug the house. And then once you now found out what she's been saying, where does that lead to? What is the next step? So they need to have that conversation. Because criticism, is she criticizing him because of the lack of things he's doing in the house as a man? Is it that because she has found out that the bug is in the house and she's just doing it to wind him up more? So there's a lot of background information that needs to be sought first. But for me, the first thing I would address in this is the lack of trust. Because for my husband to do that to me, that means you don't trust me. And where are we going with that marriage or relationship?
Wow. Thank you for that. That is so key. Thank you. Thank you. You know what she just said now, our caller, is one of the things that is running through my mind, because when I was looking through this very particular scenario, it got me thinking that what was the criticism all about? But it was a damaging one, and there is Koforala put here, I think there is more to it and they need to communicate. So you are right. Maybe there is something she is trying to point out. So she really needs to listen. I see here there is Miss Peju, you are welcome. She said here there is always something to learn from constructive, criticism. We must use it as a self-check. Wow. As if we're doing MOT. So we should learn how to admit it and look through it and adjust through it. Tonight, this is our turning point. Omodolapo said, trust must be reinforced in their relationship for them to thrive positively. That's very, very true. Because, the first of all, for that man to bug the house and the thing, there is problem. And that means the trust is gone. But for the woman not to be able to confront the husband and say that this and this and this are the issue, then, and when the husband comes, you pretend as if everything is fine, and then behind the husband, you are killing and slicing the husband to pieces, or it's vice versa. It could be the husband doing it to wife. And tonight is the turning point. I think it will be better to face it, resolve what it is, than hiding, under pretense to think that everything is right. And this is where the communication breakdown is, and this is where issues rises, and this can lead to serious damage, even to your health. It can cause cancer when you have bitterness. When you allow your system to secrete bitterness, it leads to some toxic that can cause cancer and can lead to death. And Miss Christine said we should be honest with our comments on our partner. They need to understand each other and improve their communication as a couple. Yeah, that is true. I agree with you. But that's why I'm saying that if tonight we fall victim of this, we really need to improve our communication. And I know, there is no perfect relationship, even with friends and everything. But I will not suggest for anyone to bug their house, bug their husband car, bug the phone. And this is what is happening now. 50% of relationship is going through that now. Whether they're having good time or not, they've been bugging each other somehow to listen and to pick information. I don't know what we want to derive from that. For husband to do that, you will know that I'm not judging the husband, but definitely there is something somewhere that is not right. And tonight, if anybody fall victim of this tonight, I want to say tonight is the turning point. Let's talk about it. Let us, discuss it, and it is very important. Yet it is 9 o'clock already. I just want to quickly leave us with this, because I know this can go on and on. I want to appreciate everyone that's contributed. Communication is the key. Yes, trust and endurance. That's true. We need to trust and endure each other. How do we manage such situation? Remember, you can control how you feel. So always remember that you are in charge of your feelings. So if any word is coming from outside to want to eat you in your mind, then you raise the guard. Raise the guard and restructure the words. Turn it to positive. Try and see positive from that criticism so that when you are thinking about it, processing it, you are in control of it. Value your own thoughts and emotion is the second thing. Limit your interaction when possible. Limit it. That's what Christine said when she phoned, that we can limit it, we can flee, we can stop that communication, because criticism can be a dysfunctional act for some people. We tend to move towards the negative side than the positive. We tend to move toward the one that is damaging than the healthy one. And tonight is the turning point. I really want us to pick the right one. Thanks so much. I've learned. Thank you very much, Doctor. A lot today. Being my first time, you're very welcome. We look forward to see you next week. And the fourth one is that worry only about yourself and what you are doing. That worry when you are being criticized, don't let it get through your mind and you develop blood pressure. Make the choice to be positive. It's a choice. Talk to an objective party. That is it, somebody that can intervene if it is possible. If you cannot handle it, get somebody. Mommy Adesua, thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, 2 callers have won. And then I think Mommy Motalani really gave. Oh, Mommy Rita is asking for the number. The number, if you scroll down up, we have the number up there. Oh, can somebody put the number for Mommy Rita again? And although it's our time already, there could be abuse involved. That's what Mommy Adesua said. Thank you very much for joining tonight, and I really appreciate you. The number, Mommy Rita, is 0730 933 0100. 0730 933 0100. Yes, please, can you just give us a last address as we close? We passed by 3 minutes already. Thank you for coming, our guest tonight. What is the word that you want to leave us with tonight?
What I want to leave with us tonight is, when it comes to criticism, like you have rightly said.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Yes, you are welcome to the turning point, ma. Thank you, Mommy Rita. Yes, ma. Oh, lower your other gadgets, ma. Lower the volume, ma. Hello, ma. Yes, ma.
Hello.
Yes, ma.
Yeah, I don't really know what the topic was because I just came back from work.
Thank you.
My question is, what can I do if my husband is not the type that is ready to talk? Because this is going on in my marriage at the moment.
Okay, ma.
And it's not ready to talk about things that has happened.
Okay. So, wow, that is a big question because it's involved. Thank you for calling tonight. What we are talking about is the way we criticize each other. Is it healthy? So we're saying that there is healthy one, and when we talk about to criticize someone, is when we're trying to pinpoint, our praise, or trying to explain or express how somebody has done, so they can change. So if the other party is not ready to engage, if you want to tell them this and this is what I've observed in our relationship, and the person didn't want to engage or listen, I guess you need to contact someone that will be able to intervene, and so that that the person that your husband will listen to. So I think that will be a starting point, because I will not advise for you to just leave it. Please, can people just pass comments? Even if we're closing now, Mommy Rita can still, get the comments, and then that will benefit her. Over to you again. Thank you very much for calling, ma. Over to you, our guest, as we round up. Thank you, ma.
Yes. In criticism, no matter what it is, is to accept. To accept it, weigh it out, take the positive side, run with it. Whatever there is the negative one, look at yourself, look at what you're doing that you feel is not, that you feel that they are spoken about. Maybe you don't see it, but somebody else sees it. Work on it, and then take it up from there, and then move on. You have to decide either to accept or to reject any criticism that comes your way.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Bola, for that. I want to appreciate everyone tonight. Thank you very much. If you have any comment for our caller, the last caller, she wants to know what to do if, her husband is not engaging in communication with her, because I think she can identify with the last scenario. I think that resonates with her, and people are saying communicate. That's why she asked the question, what about if my husband did not want to communicate with me? What should I do? And there are issues that we need to sort out. Get a counselor, somebody said. Newspaper said get a counselor to help with the communication. Get someone that um your husband will listen to. Yes, so Miss Christine is saying tonight that Peju Onolaja comment as well, and the winner as well, the caller, the first caller. You're going to, please, we will need your contacts. Please send us your telephone and also your address so we can send the pre-Christmas gift to you. Please, if by any chance you find anyone that is in need, that will need help for this COVID relief, maybe they be affected, please get in touch with us. We are working with National Lottery and Community Fund to help people. If they are far, we can send voucher to them. If they are near, we can send our delivery, to go and deliver the non-perishable food to them. Please, like I said before, don't leave people, going hungry to this Christmas. This Christmas, do something new, because it's a new normal Christmas for us. Try and help people out. And until I come your way next, hold on and hear what our guest said. You need to make that choice to be able to undo the positive one and reject the one that you think is damaging to your health. Until I come your way, stay blessed. Thank you for calling. I appreciate everyone. You know I love you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Love you so much. Take care, people on Instagram. I appreciate you. Thank you.